Cameras and their gear are very pricey. Maybe I don't have enough appreciation for these handmade, pristine cameras and lenses, but it's kind of crazy. The amount of money that I've spent on everything I own is less than some people's camera setups alone, and I'm still getting pretty much the same quality. Let me show you how. I've seen so many videos talking about how to upgrade your setup for like $15 million, but like, you really do not need that much money to make your video look pretty good. In this video, I'm going to show you cheap and easy ways to make your video look professional. First step is having a camera. I'm going to be honest, at least in my opinion and a lot of other people's opinion, this is the least important step. You could shoot on an iPhone camera, $500 camera with a kit lens. Like for years, I shot in this Sony a6000 with a kit lens for literally everything. But like I said, whether you have a smartphone camera or maybe you do have enough money for a nice camera, as long as you follow the next steps, you're still going to get good results. I just recently upgraded to this Canon R8 with a lens I got for like $160 off eBay that was literally not used at all, but they said it was used. And that's what I'm using right now. But before, I used my iPod camera and the Sony a6000 before this. The next and most important thing in my opinion is definitely the lighting. You can make your video go from this to this. Just this one softbox light makes a huge difference in the quality of this video. Why does my face? I don't know. Basically what you're going to want to do with lighting is set up one key light up into the lefty view so it makes a drop shadow in your face and gives you this nice triangle look, which is a very common lighting style, and gives you this shadow on the side of your face. I'm just going to keep touching my face. For the longest time I've used this $70 Fovatech key light I got off Amazon. They don't make this exact light anymore, but there's a really similar one that I'll leave in the description. It's the New Ear softbox lighting kit, and it's very similar to this one, and I've had no complaints. It does everything it's supposed to do, and there's a decent brightness so that it lights your subjects pretty well. The next part of lighting would be the background lights. These lights in the back of your video are called practical lights, which means lights that you can see and are visible in the video. And these just basically add a little bit more detail to the background and make it a little bit more interesting. Like I had this little lines from Nanoleaf that I already had on my wall, and then this little cloud that I had, and it kind of makes the video look a little bit more interesting. Another thing you can do with lighting to make your video look better is having a little hair light. I just use this ring light right up to the right of me. That basically separates you from the background and gives it a little bit more dimension. But basically you just want to put it up and to the left so it drops. So you get this drop shadow on your face with a triangle, and it looks super cinematic. I mean, so this is one option, is having one of these softbox lights, which I would definitely recommend. You can get it for like $70. Another option is picking up one of these LED panels for like $30 on Amazon, and that's what I started out with. Works pretty well, it lights your face well, and it's really bright. Only thing is, I would definitely recommend getting one of these diffusers to soften the light and not make the shadow so harsh. And then if you don't want to spend any money at all, definitely just find a window and use some natural light, and you can get really good results with just that. Definitely recommend investing in one of these soft boxes or just any kind of lighting equipment in general. Again, this is after having all the lighting, and this is before, so definitely recommend getting some lights. Okay, now that you have a camera and lighting, let's move on to the next step. Having a microphone can definitely separate your video from feeling kind of cheap and more professional. There's a couple of different techniques for getting audio. One is having a microphone on a boom like I do right here. You can see I have this just out of frame above my head, and that's just on a little boom pole that I got for like $30 on Amazon. The one I've used forever is the VidPro XM88, and it does a pretty good job, but I'm looking to upgrade to maybe like a Rode NTG pretty soon. Another option would be just having a shotgun microphone on the top of your camera. The advantage to putting it on a boom would definitely just be to get it closer to your mouth so you get higher quality audio. Another good option would be picking up some of these Comico wireless microphones. These are pretty cheap compared to some of the other options, and they still have great audio. You can either clip them to your shirt like this or hold them here, and they plug straight into your camera with this little receiver. I think I got these for like $80 on sale, and they've been amazing, so definitely would recommend picking these up. I've never personally tried any of the Rode VideoMicros or Go's. I've heard a lot of reviews that say they're pretty great, so you could definitely consider getting one of those and putting it on a boom or just having it on top of your camera. You also want to make sure your room isn't super echoey. For me, I just have some curtains and blankets around to kind of absorb some of the sound and don't reflect it back. If you have a pretty echoey room, I could definitely see getting some of these sound panels or maybe a sound blanket pretty helpful. But the whole time I've just been using the in-camera mic, so let's upgrade to this boom mic real quick. Ready? Now you can hear the difference between that camera microphone and this XLR microphone. So it definitely makes your video sound a lot better and a lot clearer. This is an XLR microphone, so I just have this running into the Zoom recorder. This actually isn't mine, but I just use it to record on here, and it's pretty nice, but I'm not sure how much the quality of your XLR recorder matters. Definitely don't want to get one that's super cheap so you don't have any hiss or anything like that, but the Zoom H4n Pro has been pretty great. Alright, now that we have our camera, our lights, and our microphone, the next thing would be tripods. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I don't own a really expensive or nice tripod. Maybe I just don't know the difference because I never have. I've always just had this kind of like cheap Amazon Basics tripod because I haven't had super heavy setups, and that's honestly been great. You could test it out and see what works best for you, but for me, these have been totally fine. It also kind of depends on what kind of video you're doing. Just including these video elements alone will make your video look so much better, especially the lighting, and the audio will make it feel so much more professional. I mean, you could literally just use your smartphone. So let's try that out real quick. This is the exact same setup, but just my smartphone, and you can see that it looks really good. And my smartphone's in cinematic mode, which kind of gives it a fake blurry background. Now this is the same video, but without any lighting or microphone, and you can tell it definitely seems a lot cheaper. So you could literally have this set up if you just bought a $70 softbox light, a $50 microphone, and then a $20 tripod. You could have really good looking video. That's only like a $140 setup, which is still a lot of money, but if you just use your smartphone and these things, it's really not that much compared to some setups that look really similar. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope this helped you out. If it did, please subscribe. And if you made it this far, I mean, come on, just hit that subscribe button and like the video. Thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next one.